Hey everybody! Welcome back to Sofa Spouses.
Sofa Spouses.
I'm Gabe.
I'm Amanda.
And we're here to give you guys a movie review.
Movie review time.
So it's a movie review of a Minecraft movie. Okay. So, first thing I want to get out of the way. This movie has generated a really weird trend of people going to the theaters and absolutely exploding every time one of the memeable things happens in the movie, because there's apparently a lot of them, because Jack Black is a meme machine and can't seem to help himself.
And awesome in the movie, by the way.
But he is awesome. He's really good. We'll talk more about that later. But it has caused a lot of teenagers and young adults to go absolutely crazy in the movie theaters and destroy things and set off fireworks and bring live chickens into the theater. And so it's just...
We're looking at you, Provo.
Yeah, we're looking at you, Provo. But anyway, luckily that didn't happen in our theater, so
no, it did not.
We're thankful that we were spared from the chaos. But
because some people have had to leave terrified
that they would get hurt, because of how
and they were
crazy
people were spilling drinks on this.
There was one theater where they freaking set off fireworks in the theater.
And there was a video of this one gentleman who
got Coke sprayed all over him because
more than Coke, and they left because and he was all cool. He had a sword.
He was all Minecrafted out. He was a Minecraft fan, a big Minecraft fan, and he had to leave. And that was really unfortunate.
Him and his mom, because they were afraid. That's what she said.
Yeah,
they were afraid.
That's been happening all over the country, apparently.
Not cool, guys.
It's not cool. I'm just going to say it right now. When you go to the theater, you are there to watch a movie. You're not there to meme. You're not there to be in... you're not there for your sake. You're not there for yourself. You're not there to record yourself being there. You are not there to do anything else but watch that movie. And it's really sad and really stupid to hear all of this crap going on around the country. And I really hope that it stops really quick, because
it's not cool.
It's not cool. It's not cool.
And it's really, not the only thing that's going on in the country, but it's just not cool. It's not fun for the coworkers.
It's not fun for the workers. It's just not good.
And your co-moviegoers.
It also shows really bad light on the Minecraft community. And we really, as a Minecrafter, I'm a huge crafting... Everybody knows, if you watched my gaming channel, you know I'm a huge Minecraft fan. Mm-hmm. I played Minecraft all the time. It was what got me into block games. It got me into StarMade. It got me into Starship Evo. All of the games that I play, I can trace it back to Minecraft. Minecraft is what started it all. And if it wasn't for that, then it's just and yes, I understand sometimes the Minecraft community can be a little bit silly, but that doesn't mean that you have to go and destroy movie theaters for it. So,
yeah, that's beyond silly.
Yeah, it is. That is beyond silly. That's just dumb. Anyway, guys, so we're going to go ahead and segue away from the negative, and we're going to talk about the movie itself. First off, it's selling like hotcakes. It's apparently really popular. It's gone crazy. It had one of the largest, if not it had the largest opening weekend for a video.
It beat Mario.
It beat Mario, which was insane.
And I do agree, Mario is a bit better of a movie, but that's still quite a feat.
Yeah, it is quite the feat. It beat a lot of stuff. It set records, and right now, as we speak, it's sitting at $434 million worldwide on the second weekend, and the weekend's not even over yet. So it's already at $500 million. Or almost $500 million.
Domestically, you said it was right now.
Domestically, it's at $220 million, which is crazy. It almost doubled. I mean, it doubled what it made, or almost doubled what it made, or it's it's almost double what it had made on the opening weekend now. So it's like it's. I mean, it. I guess the weekend's, like I said, the weekend's not over yet, so we don't know what kind of a drop that it had. But that, I mean, it's gonna have legs. It's gonna go a long way, and this is definitely gonna be $1 billion movie. So, I mean, heck, it's already made $500 million, and they're only at the second weekend. It's gonna go for another 2.5 months, probably.
Maybe.
Maybe depends on what they decide to do, but it could go for another 2.5 months. So it's definitely going to be $1.5 billion. It might be $1.5 billion movie, which could be crazy. So, but anyway, that doesn't necessarily indicate whether or not it's a good movie or not. It just means it's popular. It's really popular with the kids. Apparently, really popular with the teenagers and young adults too. For the wrong reasons.
Half our audience was little kids, though.
I did see quite a few teenagers and young adults in the audience as well. Yeah, but
there were quite a few little
but
kids.
It was a lot of little kids, too. We went to a matinee showing, so it wasn't full theater. There was quite a few people there, though. It was pretty full.
Yeah, and that's what makes me mad about the theater stuff, too, because there are little kids going to this, and you're going to scare the crap out of them.
Yeah, they're going to be traumatized. I mean, imagine that some of them are traumatized now. But anyway, let's move away from the negative. So... Yeah. But I want to talk about the movie itself now. Yeah. So I'm gonna start with my opinions and how I feel about it, and then Amanda will give hers. Mm-hmm. But like I said, I've played Minecraft for a long time. I haven't really played it from beta, even though my shirt says I did. Or actually, no, it's alpha. I haven't really played it since alpha or anything like that, but honestly, if I had tried to play it in alpha, I probably wouldn't have really gotten into it that much because it really wasn't much when it first started. There wasn't a lot to do and whatnot. Granted, I'm a very creative individual, so I probably would have had fun with it. But needless to say, I played the game for over 10 years now. Because I played it, I got into it right after I got back from my mission. My brother got me into it immediately when I got home. And so I've been playing it for over 10 years now. I remember the first time I played the game and trying to survive that first night. And I was playing in a demo version. This was back when Minecraft had a demo that you could get. It was a limited size world. It was just a little tiny island that you could survive on, and there wasn't a hell of a lot to the game, but it had a night cycle. It had enemies to fight at night. It had I think all the starter animals like the sheep, all the usual stuff, but.
Did it just start becoming popular when you were on your mission?
It started to take off. I think the Xbox version launched while I was on my mission.
Oh, okay.
And honestly, that was what made Minecraft big. Because once it hit consoles, it started getting in front of all the kids. And once the kids start getting hold of it, it skyrocketed.
I've never played it on a console. I bet that would be interesting.
It's a little different because you had to use the gamepad, but it's fun. I've played it on the console a couple times. I prefer to play on PC. I'm a Java purist, but I've played the game, like I said, for a very long time. I've done YouTube videos on Minecraft. I've built a lot. I consider myself to be quite the builder. I don't consider myself to be a master builder, but I do build quite a bit in the game. So, with that little bit of background, you know where I'm coming from, and I say this movie isn't actually that bad. There's a lot of people out there that, they may not really like it. I don't know if the story was really that great. The story kind of felt a little bit generic. I think the script probably could have been a little bit better. some of the jokes fell a little bit flat for me, at least. But then I'm an adult. I'm not a kid. So, and they aimed a lot of those jokes. Actually, I would say more than 85% of the jokes were aimed at the younger audience. A lot of.
Did we miss the fart jokes they talked about?
I think the when the other reviewers that we watched talked about it, they said there was a lot of fart jokes. It's more. I think it's more. That's more of a referencing to the type of joke.
Yeah, I was
not necessarily that there were actually fart jokes. There are a lot of what you would refer to as juvenile humor.
Yeah,
a lot of really juvenile humor, stuff that you don't really have to think that much in order to get the joke. So a lot of it was very humorous. I mean, there were scenes where it seemed like they were trying to be serious, but it still came off as a joke. And I felt like maybe the writers got a little bit too far into the comedic part of it. And when they tried to go serious, it ended up feeling a little bit weird because they had been doing nothing but humor.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that, yeah.
But I would say that as for nailing the content, it definitely felt like they really knew what they were doing when it comes to Minecraft. Like, the game was very well represented. I felt like
the world too.
The world was very well represented. I had to laugh so hard though with the real world that they were portraying, because it was in Idaho where I served my mission, which felt a little bit kind of funny. It almost kind of felt like an allegory for my life, almost, because I went and served my mission and had my first experiences of the real world in Idaho. And then I come home and I get exposed to Minecraft. So I guess I'm Steve. But anyway, but basically in the gist, my review of the movie is it definitely hits on all of the really good fun parts of Minecraft. It really illustrates all of the things that make Minecraft fun. I loved the storyline for the first night in Minecraft, because that is the way that they did it was almost 100% exactly how the first night in your game goes, because you first spawn into the world. It's morning when you first spawn into a Minecraft world. You have one day to prepare for the night. Once the night hits, utter chaos breaks out. And if you're not ready, if you don't have that bed, if you don't have shelter, if you don't have any of that stuff, you can basically say that it's going to be a freaking nightmare, because it's everything tries to come after you. And they really represent. Yes. The few times that she's played, it's it's been pretty funny. So yeah, no, it was. I really liked that scene. I thought it was really fun. I thought it was interesting them introducing a few. There were quite a few things that they introduced in the game into the story that were not vanilla, what you would call vanilla gameplay. They almost kind of made it seem like the youngest character, kind of had the ability to mod the game, or to mod the game world, because he was able to create items and things that weren't your average Joe items. Like, he was able to create a potato cannon, and he was able to. That's a
good catch. I didn't think about that when he did that.
Yeah, the potato cannon's not a generic Minecraft thing. I mean, granted, Minecraft, there's two different worlds in the Minecraft gaming world. You have vanilla, which is your base game when you first buy the game and you first get into the game and stuff like that. It's just the base game. No change. You haven't made any modifications or changes to the game. That's just basically how it is. And then you have modded Minecraft, which is a whole another universe. It's like there's so much. It's there are literally modded universes out there, or modded games that people will play that have over 100 mods.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so I kind of felt like that was kind of cool because they introduced the idea or the concept that the Minecraft world could be modified, and that was cool. I really liked that. And then I felt like they covered a lot of stuff. I honestly was a little bit disappointed that they didn't cover the end or the Ender Dragon. They showed an Enderman, but the Enderman, he was just something that they encountered inside the Woodland Mansion, which ironically the Woodland Mansion came after the end. Was introduced into the game after the end.
I didn't
know
that.
So I think it's kind of interesting that they chose to go more toward a lot of what the Mojang has been creating recently, versus trying to honor what has already come, which is kind of interesting. They chose to go and utilize a lot of story elements from the other two Minecraft spin-off games, the Minecraft Dungeons and Minecraft Legends, I think is what it's called. Which is kind of cool. I kind of like that. It's kind of neat.
What was the arcade game that we had at
That was Minecraft Dungeons.
That was fun. It was fun.
I did kind of like that. It was kind of fun.
It was fun. And I like that you could kill easier in that game.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. But, so...
Or at least it seemed to me you could kill easier in that game.
So, but yeah, that's kind of my review of the game, or of the movie. It's mostly it's a very fun, very kid oriented.
Yeah, I think you were a little bit disappointed in that. I could kind of tell.
I don't know if I was really all that disappointed because I don't know. I don't know if I expected it to be kid oriented, but I didn't expect the humor to be that kid oriented.
I think that's
because it's Jack Black. I mean, it's Jack Black and Jason Momoa. I didn't expect it to be that kid oriented, but they knew the calling. They knew what they were supposed to do. And they
definitely.
So they definitely knew the job.
Segue to me.
So
I think Jack Black and Jason Momoa did a very good job.
Yeah.
I thought his character was going to be point blank stupid. Speaking of Jason Momoa, but I actually really liked his character.
Yeah, his character was pretty good.
He actually played it very well. Like, I think they could have done, honestly, their trailers a lot better.
Yeah, their trailers
I really do.
Anyway.
No shade to anyone who made those trailers. You made the other ones better, which is why we kind of went actually to theaters. That was not our original plan to go to theaters for this. But, we just kind of decided, you know what? We got our tax returns, so
we got a little bit extra money.
We each got to do some fun things, so that was what he wanted to do. And we did it, and it was fun. I appreciated the first night too, as someone who is still not very good at the game. You have to teach me a lot.
Yeah, we're gonna have to play some more.
But and he lets me learn by myself.
Yeah, because that's how you're supposed to do it.
A lot. But you need to one time teach me some fighting techniques because I mean I know Jack Black comes in when he comes in and saves Jason Momoa and the kids. It's like boop, 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 boop. And then I was like, that's how I fight. And he started laughing because that is a lot how I fight.
Yep.
I'll even get my food that way, thinking I'll knock the pigs off the cliff. I'll do crap like that. But And that actually is one of my favorite parts of the game. Just going, I don't know why, it just is fun.
The fact that you can punch things,
just like boom, 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 and cut down the tree like that. And I love what I really liked about it. And I think if they had, like you said, kind of veered away from the humor, I think they could have had a really good movie about how important creativity is. And I think that was the message. And I work with kids. And I have definite some Minecraft fans, so I may get some cred Monday for going to see it. But shout out my academy. But you know, and I mean, for example, you know, they had McDonald's toys, and one of my kids, when the parent came, can we go to McDonald's, Mom? They have Minecraft toys, you know. So kids love it, and
Yep.
and you know, they teach each other. You know, like the same girl who did that in my class has taught her best little friend in the thing how to play it when they've had sleepovers. So
Yep.
you know, it's really cool, and I think it is. And he's taught me to really enjoy gaming. And I'm a 90s kid. I didn't do gaming. I did, but I was horrible at it because my hand-eye coordination isn't the best. And unfortunately, you know, one of my friends, and he was my friend, I don't say this mean about him, but he would always get aggravated when I would play with him because I would die. And so it kind of made me not want to play, even though I liked it and secretly wanted a Game Boy. I just never asked for it because I knew it was expensive. And I kind of wanted one, but then, you know, but then I also didn't because I was like, well, I'm not that good at it anyway, so why ask for it, you know?
Right.
But I've gotten better, because he and his family have taught me that it is about learning.
Yep.
And I, you know, have done some cool things. I got through the Kirby game, single player game of, oh gosh, I'm thinking
Super Smash Bros.
Super Smash Bros. I beat him.
Ultimate.
I beat him.
Yeah.
To do that, me. I finished before him and our together play.
Yep.
Which you should go back and do our together play. I miss that. I miss fighting.
Yeah.
It was fun. But so, and like Hogwarts Legacy,
she is huge into that.
I want really the Quidditch. I want the Quidditch game. You know, and I want. It's got me to where I want to play more games now, and I feel more confident in it. And I'm not the best on mouse games, which is a lot of what we do with Minecraft. Yep. But I do. I've had fun with it. And I do think that it captures the spirit of the game and how creative it is and how interesting it can be.
Yep.
And I think they did a really good job at that. Having the villager go in the real world was hilarious.
That was so funny. Oh, and I love the post-credit scene where he actually starts talking.
Oh, don't spoil that. Well, that's kind of a spoiler. But actually,
this is a spoiler. This is a spoiler review. I'm sorry.
Yeah, spoiler. There is a hint in the second gross credit scene that they want to do it too. Yeah. And I was happy that they did have the CEO of Mine. Is he the CEO of it?
Well, I don't know if he's the CEO. But he's definitely the leader. He's the one that's in charge.
Yeah, he was in it. The redhead. I don't know his name. The blonde was in it, but I think was the African American girl part of that too. That did it. Not the main, but the waiter that came up next.
I don't think so.
I thought I seen her in the video, so if I'm right, let me know. In those videos where they talk
I'm sure there was a lot more
I was surprised the blonde wasn't in it, or at least I didn't see
think the voice of the pig general, I think he might have been a famous YouTuber.
Really?
Or something like that.
Was it Mr. Sparkles? No, Alex was saying Captain something Sparkles. About it the other day.
It wasn't Captain
Sparkles. What was
Sparkles.
he talking about the other day?
Captain Sparkles. There's a YouTuber named Captain Sparkles who's big Minecraft YouTuber, huge Minecraft YouTuber. Has been around forever, but he ended up emceeing the Minecraft red carpet.
Oh, cool.
So,
but anyway, but Jack Black and Jennifer Coolidge, she's always funny. She's a very unique brand of funny, but she's funny. And I thought her little part was fun. And I liked also, I was telling Gabe, I like that they have, because, Facebook, you have all these videos now where you learn life stories and people are sharing their content, their life content to show support. And there's quite a few, about siblings who have to take over when parents are gone. And young ones, some quite young, when they have to do, and teenagers who, teenage sisters who who have to work hard and adopt their kids and adopt their siblings so they don't go into foster care when that happens. And I think it was neat, and I think the emotions there.
Oh, his name is Jens.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a waiter in it, so that's one cameo we caught. Well, he actually caught it, but
I think that's how you say his name.
And I enjoy their videos. Their videos are always
Jeb. He's professionally known as Jeb.
Their videos are always fun that they do when they talk about things in the game.
Yeah.
They've got great personalities.
They do have great personalities.
But and so I thought at one point, at the point where they try to get serious with that, I think that was good. And it was about following your dreams, and I think that's a good message for kids.
Yeah.
And I like that. I'm gonna make a wolf army now. That was fun because
it's hard because you got to kill skeletons in order to do it.
The lady who. The other lady who's like the realtor that sells them this house
is also a farmer or a zoo.
Wants to have a zoo
person.
Yeah, and it's cool. And so it's and all the acting I thought was good.
Yeah,
I thought the kids were good. Both of them in their own way. And they both, if you watch interviews, they've played it, and you could tell they were just having fun. And that some of I've seen videos where they talk about some of the sets was real, and I like that they used Jack Black singing, and trying to make. I think they were trying to make another Peaches, but that's not going to happen. Yeah, they were trying to make another
Peaches, but yeah.
But I did like
lightning only strikes once, so.
But the end song was cool.
That end song was pretty good. Yeah, I like that one.
Him getting into his.
I thought the other ones were just a little too silly.
And the chicken jockey. I will say this: the chicken jockey moment was funny.
The chicken jockey moment was pretty funny.
But like we said, don't do it.
Yeah, but the Steve's lava chicken song.
I want him to make a lava chicken. I asked him, I said, can you do that and make a little restaurant? Because he sets it up like a little restaurant.
I mean, I have made a chicken farm before, so I mean...
You can make a little restaurant and do that. He said, yeah, you probably could.
Oh, no, I know you can. It's not, yeah, it's something you can do.
I like the way the redstone looked. It was cool. But I do think that, there are a lot of ways I think it could have been better. I've definitely seen better video game movies.
Yes.
But I think, I really like the last scene because you could tell they were all just, I'm on stage, and him and Jason Momoa were just getting into it. They're like, I'm on stage with Jack Black, and I told him, I said, gosh, that would be my favorite part if I were in it. Just being on stage while he's in his mode and just singing with him and having fun. But it looks like there might be a 2 based on one little part.
Yeah, they definitely left it open. For those who have played the game, then that originally there were 2. Well, actually no, Originally, there was only one character skin.
Yeah, Steve was the only one for a long time, right? And then
they introduced a second skin called Alex, who was supposed to be a girl.
And we don't see who's playing her. We just see the back of her head.
Who's playing her. But
so I wonder if there is plans for it too.
I imagine that there probably is plans for a second one, especially now that it's making tons and buttloads
and maybe
of money.
They'll learn and make parts of the script a little bit, but it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be based off the trailers. I will admit that a lot better.
It was a lot better,
like a lot better message than I thought it was going to have, and I think and just seeing Jason Momoa, I think, is definitely an underrated actor because and so is Jack Black. I mean, just watching him sing, you're like, gosh. But, you know, he seems to care about every project he does. They did little funny panda moments with him and the pandas and him going kadoosh instead of skadoosh. But, you know, it was... but, you know, it's like, you know, you can tell, like, he knows what his market is, and he's just happy to be doing what he's doing.
Yep.
And, you know, and same with Jason Momoa. I think he's the same way. Like...
Yep.
He's really good in the latest Fast and Furious movie as the bad guy, and I kind of want to watch it just because of that, though I have to catch up on a lot of them.
Yeah.
Because I've only really watched the first one in Tokyo Drift. But, you know, I think he's a good actor. I thought he was really good in Dune, and I'm glad that he kind of hinted that his character might be back in Dune Messiah.
Yeah.
I'm excited. We'll see what happens there. But, you know, and... You could tell him and Jack Black were just having a blast.
Oh yeah,
and you could tell the kids were too. You could tell the kids were, and I think that's part of what makes a good kid actor, whether you're a teenage actor, kid actor, any actor, but especially the younger ones, when you can tell
they're having fun,
a good time, and they're just enjoying it, and then when the adults are the quote unquote adults are too, you know. I thought the little boy was a good little actor. I think he'll get more out of this. And I thought the girl was too, actually. She was really good. And I thought, you know, I don't know what, but I do like the Villagers.
The Villagers.
That was so
Villagers, funny. Honestly, I think was one of the best parts.
I was not expecting that.
I wasn't.
For one to go into the new world, like they.
Well, I saw that we saw that in the trailers, so I knew it was going to happen.
I missed that.
I didn't think that it was going to be that much.
No,
it ended up being like a story arc that took part over the entire movie. Just keep cutting back to it. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was fun, and I think I like the way, you know, they made jokes about storage auctions. Any Storage Wars fans out there? It's kind of fun.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
And, you know, going for stuff and then not finding what you want. That was hilarious. If you've ever watched Storage Wars, you know about that. And I was really into it for a while because my stepdad was into it and we watched it. And, I haven't watched it in a while, but that
was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was fun. And I you know, it was just interesting just seeing, you know, how you change things sometimes. Like, they all came out changed.
Yep.
You know, and I, for a while, I admit, I was glad they had Jack Black go back, because for a while I thought they weren't. And I was like, really, guys? Come on. Don't have him just stay there. That's not the point of the movie. And I'm like, yeah. So, you know, so I'm glad they stuck it there. You know, like, yeah, he's going to go back. But, you know, but I really did. I enjoyed it a lot better than I thought I would. I really did. And I thought it, I think the kids will enjoy it. And I think it is one the kids will want to see again, because there are some good kid jokes in there.
There are some pretty funny.
And even adult ones, like the joke, the human sandwich joke was funny. I was like, when they're trying to squeeze through this hole, that was funny. And I think part of that probably went over kids' heads, but part of it didn't, you know. And that's what's great, when you can get some jokes like that and get adult. That's what makes movies like Incredibles so great, or some of the really good kid movies. Like I haven't watched Inside Out 2, but that's what made Inside Out good, and probably Inside Out 2 good.
Yeah,
that's what makes Pixar and Disney even so popular. Because if you really try to combine the adults and the kids, it's great.
Yeah.
And, but and some of it did fall flat, I'll admit. But I'm kind of a sucker for some of that cheesy humor sometimes, especially in a kids movie.
Oh yeah.
I'll be a sucker for it. But, it and I love Jack Black. I admire the guy. I think he's just so cool in who he is. And I like Jason Momoa. And even when he's wearing these stupid 80s duds, he's still so handsome. I know. And supposedly that hair was partly a wig.
Yeah, so, it was full 100% full wig.
Full wig. So, but one joke I liked, because he is native Hawaiian. Part native Hawaiian. I believe.
Yeah.
I don't. He comes.
I love a good luau.
Yeah, when he goes and fights the pigs in his kind of hero moment, he goes, "I love a good luau," and I laugh loud like that. And I'm not Hawaiian. It was just funny. I bet he enjoyed saying that line, and I'm sure he did. You could kind of tell he did.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was his idea.
But... Yeah, he said him and Jack Black said they improv'd.
They improv'd a lot out of quite this movie.
A bit. Yeah, and you could tell in the interviews that they just get along. Like they're like best friends now. They're like,
yep.
Because they're like, I want to work with you, and they're like, I want to work with you, and they're like, da 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 da, and da 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 da.
Yep.
And does Warner Brothers have more movies we're looking forward to this year? Yes, Superman.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we didn't get the sneak peek. I don't know if anybody knows. I mean, it did drop online, so we did obviously we reacted to it.
So,
but if anyone can tell me, was that, I don't know if it was just for the first weekend or it was exclusively IMAX. I don't know. It might have been the first weekend, but they showed the trailer, and man, we went to our smaller theater that's technically owned by our IMAX now. Yeah. They kind of saved it from not existing anymore, honestly.
Bankruptcy.
But which is cool. And they remodeled it, and so we didn't see it on IMAX, which I think it would have been actually really cool on IMAX.
It could have been pretty cool on IMAX.
The colors were amazing. I think the world looked great.
It did.
And yes, the animals are kind of uncanny valley, but they're supposed to be. It's freaking Minecraft. but it worked too. Like the creepers.
It's kind of like when someone has one of those super realistic texture packs on.
Yeah, and it's like. And I want to know who the old guy with the mine that has to
be. That guy had to be freaking immortal.
Yeah, that was funny. I'm sorry.
That scene was so funny. The guy comes out of the mine shaft, and he's ancient looking. Looks like he's like chiseled and he's so like old and
looks like he's seen some crap.
Yeah, he looks like he's seen some crap. And then like Steve comes back as an adult,
and he's still freaking there. I want to know who that was.
Still freaking there.
That has to. I think we're gonna end up finding out that has to be some actor that wanted to do in like full freaking makeup. I guarantee you. Yeah, I think that's somehow gonna come out.
It was one of those funny moments where you're just like, what? The guy's still there?
Yeah. Oh, I said that out loud to him. I was like, really? But and there were some funny moments. Others fell flat. But Superman, I'll tell you something. Go see it on IMAX if you're gonna go see.
Yeah, if you're gonna go see Superman, see it
because that trailer looked good on that big screen, boy. Oh boy, like crystal freaking clear. And I can't imagine how clear it's gonna be on IMAX.
I can't wait to see that.
And I guess there's a lot of hate with Superman right now, but don't hate on the Superman.
No, it's Superman, man. Come on. Anyway,
I think this movie, Superman's gonna be good. We haven't even watched it yet.
So it's
please. Not coming out till July 11th.
Come on, guys.
We're not gonna know. But
anyway,
I enjoyed it. I think it was fun, and they had what other trailer did they have that interests me?
They played basically all the normal trailers that we've seen already, but
they played Mission Impossible.
Oh yeah, Mission Impossible.
Which Final Reckoning, which actually is a neat trailer.
Look interesting.
Shorter than what they did at CinemaCon. We did not react to that one because I have not seen.
We haven't watched a lot of them. I've seen the first one,
and I've seen like bits and pieces of some of them, so we did not react to that. But I'll tell you one thing: whoever does those trailers, because both of those trailers for these quote unquote final 2 movies,
pretty good,
have got me like, what?
Very interested.
I need to watch this.
Yeah,
and catch up. But
anyway, guys, so that was our review of the Minecraft movie.
Just some channel keeping. May 2nd is going to be here before we know it. So like, subscribe, follow our Facebook because we have
the Thunderbolts.
Yes, I'm so excited for this freaking movie. I mean, it's going to hit. And then we've got Lilo.
We've got Lilo and Stitch.
The other thing that made me laugh was because they showed Jurassic Park 2, and I'm just like, July is going to be lit.
Oh, yeah.
July is going to be lit.
Oh, my gosh. So,
July is going to be
keep an eye out on the channel, guys. We've got a lot coming.
We've got Superman. Well, technically, first Jurassic World, then Superman, then Fantastic Four. And they showed
we've got so much coming.
It's going to be so much fun. Subscribe because now it's not going to be everything.
Yeah, we can't really review everything, just because of the fact that we have limited funds, so we can't go to every movie.
And
when it comes out on DVD or when it comes out on streaming, then we'll
we may do Captain America, Brave New World here pretty soon. So, and we've got Andor Season 2 coming up. I can't believe I forgot that. So, Andor Season 2! I'm so excited for that, too.
So
hopefully, maybe at the end of Season 2, we get our first look at the...
Michael trailer.
No, not the Michael trailer.
Sorry.
The Mando movie.
I
want to look at that!
Yeah, we haven't seen anything from it yet. We know it's happening, but...
And I think, is it next year? I think it's
next year. I don't remember. But anyway, guys.
So we've got a lot coming.
Yeah, we've got a lot coming.
So subscribe. This summer is
keep an eye out. Dude. Yeah, this summer's going to be packed.
This summer's packed.
Anyway, guys, let us know.
And I got a nice long list of cinema.
Yes, we got a big long list.
CinemaCon to kind of watch for different trailers. We're not going to react to all of them, of course, but we've got we'll see, but we've got
a big
some
long
that
list.
we'll probably be reacting to.
So keep an eye out because we're going to be...
When you like movies,
let's
just not focus on IP. Let's focus on some other cool movies that are coming out too.
Exactly.
So
anyway, guys, tell us what you guys think. Are you guys super excited? Or super excited? Did you guys go see the Minecraft movie? What was your guys' thoughts?
Did you think it was good?
Did you guys think it was
stunk?
Did you think it stank?
Just be kind in the comments, please.
Be kind in the comments. Don't leave spoilers in the comments.
Yes. No.
And please do not spam the comments with chicken jockey.
Please.
All right. Anyway, even
though that moment was fun, like that is, yes. I want to make one now. I seriously do. I'm like, I want this zombie.
You don't make a chicken jockey; it just happens.
Well, I want to make it happen somehow. And do it. Do you really get to fight like in that scene? Not really. That was a movie thing.
No, it wasn't really just a movie thing. But
I want to know. See, he doesn't want me to go to.
I've never actually fought a chicken jockey.
He doesn't want me to go to the mansion. I said, "Well, we're going to the mansion next, right?" And he's like,
"They don't actually have chicken jockeys in the mansion."
But I just want to see it.
But anyway, so guys, let us know in the comments what you guys think of this movie. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!